In the farming village of Nsubra, the nights were usually empty except for insects and distant drums from the river. But every morning, someone had been stealing cassava from Alma's family garden. Her brothers blamed hungry travelers. Her mother blamed children from the next village. Alma said nothing. She was 19 and quiet enough that most people forgot she was standing nearby. Even during market days, voices seemed to pass around her instead of toward her. One evening, after another argument over the missing crops, Alma carried a wooden bowl outside. Inside it, she placed boiled yam, palm oil, and smoked pepper. Her mother watched from the doorway. "You're feeding a thief now?" Alma shrugged softly. If they're hungry enough to steal, maybe they're hungry enough to eat properly. Her mother sighed and returned inside. Alma left the bowl beside the garden fence beneath the moonlight. The next morning, the bowl was clean. Beside it sat 3 fresh silver fish wrapped carefully in banana leaves. Alma stared at them for a long time. The river had nearly dried from the drought. Nobody had caught fish in weeks. Her mother crossed herself quietly. "Don't touch those." But by sunset, the fish were cooking over their fire. After that night, Alma continued leaving food outside. Sometimes rice. Sometimes roasted plantain. Sometimes nothing more than water and bread. And every morning, something appeared beside the empty bowl. A missing hoe returned after months. A pouch containing coins. Fresh okra during dry season. Once, even medicine leaves for an old neighbor too weak to walk. The village began whispering. People started asking Alma to leave requests near the fence. A lost goat, a sick child, broken tools, and strangely, little by little, problems disappeared. Nobody saw who came during the night. Only Alma stayed awake long enough to notice shadows moving near the trees whenever the moon grew full. At first she thought it was a man. Then one night, she saw him clearly. He stood beyond the fence wearing pale robes that moved like water in the wind. His skin carried a faint silver glow beneath the moonlight. Not frightening, only lonely. He did not step into the garden. He simply looked at her as though he had known her for a very long time. Alma's voice nearly disappeared inside her throat. "You've been taking the food." The stranger nodded once. "I was hungry." His voice sounded soft, almost distant, like someone speaking from underwater. Alma should have run back inside. Instead, she sat carefully on the ground beside the bowl. The stranger watched her for a moment before sitting across from her beneath the cassava leaves. For several nights, they spoke quietly while the village slept. He never explained where he came from. When Alma asked his name, he smiled faintly. "The sky has called me many things." Sometimes he brought gifts for the village. Sometimes he brought nothing except stories. He spoke about oceans that reflected stars like mirrors and mountains high enough to touch clouds. Alma listened more than she spoke. Nobody had ever noticed how lonely she was before. Not truly. But somehow, this strange visitor noticed every silence she carried. One night he touched the cracked skin on her hands from farm work. "You hide pain carefully." Alma looked away. "It saves time." He smiled sadly at that. As weeks passed, the village became less afraid of the drought. People began depending on the mysterious gifts beside Alma's fence. Then the rumors changed. Some villagers said spirits were walking near the farms. Others claimed Alma had bewitched the land. Children started avoiding her in daylight. One evening, Alma found symbols painted on her family wall in white ash. Her oldest brother scrubbed them away angrily. "You need to stop this." "I didn't ask for any of it," Alma whispered. But that night, she still carried food outside. The moon hung low and enormous above the trees. When the stranger appeared, his silver glow looked dimmer than before. "They're frightened now," Alma said. "They fear what watches them closely," he replied. She looked at him carefully. "What are you?" For the first time, he hesitated. Then the clouds shifted away from the moon, and Amma saw his shadow stretch impossibly wide across the ground, not shaped like a man at all, but something vast enough to swallow the fields. The wind turned cold. Far away, dogs began barking. "The moon sent me here," he said quietly. "I stayed because you spoke to me like I was alive." Amma felt fear then, but underneath it, something worse. Understanding. The village lanterns flickered awake behind her. Voices approached through the darkness. People were coming. If they saw him, fear would spread through the village like fire through dry grass. The stranger stepped backward toward the trees. "I can leave," he said softly. Amma looked toward the approaching lanterns, then back at the only thing that had ever truly seen her loneliness without trying to fix it or shame it. Tears burned her eyes. "Go," she whispered. For a moment, he simply watched her. The moonlight trembled across his face. Then he disappeared into the trees. The villagers arrived seconds later carrying lanterns, charms, and knives. But the garden stood empty except for Amma and the wooden bowl resting beneath the moon. After that night,